Welcome to the webinar of Conrad. My name is Sabrina Schmidt from Marketing at Conrad Business Supplies. If you have any questions, please use the question and answer tool. You can find this at the bottom right. Now Rainer Busse from Phoenix Contact is speaking.
Yes. Am I online?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, good morning also from my side. I just have to start the presentation. Yeah, good morning from my side again. As Mrs. Schmidt already told you, my name is Rainer Busse, and this was already also in the announcement. And I want to show you today an hopefully interesting webinar about the push-in technology from Phoenix Contact. And as a small startup, I want to introduce this morning with a little movie on the one side to wake you up and to show you the first impressions of our termination technology, and also to show you what kind of company Phoenix Contact is, a company with creative and innovative products. Yes, push-in, one termination technology for all application. This is the topic of this morning of this webinar. And within this webinar, we have the following contents for you. We want to describe, or I want to describe, the market situation of push-in technology with the products of Phoenix Contact, in special with terminal blocks. Therefore, we have the results of an interesting online survey we did for terminal blocks with push-in technology. Then I have some historical backgrounds for you, historical background of the development of push-in technology. And in relation to this, I have also one interesting tool as a kind of competition to the push-in technology in the relation with switch cabinet building. Then I will explain some technology details of the push-in technology of the termination itself. And then I want to explain you some quality aspects. So the background is, how do we ensure as supplier for our products that the products are really reliable and fit for the heavy requirements of in the application. And last but not least, I show you, or I give you a rough overview about the portfolio of terminal blocks with push-in technology. So, but starting with the market situation, what we see as a trend in the market actually is an increasing, or the wish from the customers of increasing of productivity. From the Phoenix Contact point of view, this means that we have to offer innovative solutions and products which enable more output and at least also improve the total cost of ownership due good and advanced products. This is basically the main motivation for us to develop terminal blocks and other products with push-in technology. This survey was done in spring 2014, so not too long ago. The topic was, of course, the push-in technology, and it was done in cooperation with Vogel Business Media. And companies of different industries took place, so from machinery markets, from electrician companies, from building installation companies, and also from companies for energy generation, and also distribution. In summary, we were in contact, or more than 1,400 specialists from different departments took place or participated at this survey. What we will show, or I will show in this webinar, are always more or less the top answers here, the most important from our point of view. And please don't wonder if the percentage is in summary is over or below 100%. The participant had the choice or had the possibility to take more than one choice, so it's possible always to achieve more than 100% or less than 100%. The first question, or more or less, or more the answer you see on this picture, what are the most business challenges within the next 1 or 2 years? The first one, of course, is cost reduction, 45%, more than 45%, 54, sorry, and an increasing of productivity. And this is for us a confirmation of the strategy we as a supplier follow with push-in technology. Then we asked the participants about the use of conductors, because this is really essential for us to know. And for us, it was good to see that more than 70 or that 77% use already flexible conductors with ferrules, with crimped ferrules. We see from the past that this is done because ferrules protect the crimp, so there is no splicing when you use a ferrule on the wire. Then second place, flexible conductors with ferrules, and the third place, solid conductors only, with nearly 30%. So the next question is related to the place. So where is push-in used? Mostly used, and this is not a surprise for us, inside of the switch cabinet, but also inside of control unit and inside of distribution boxes. Also, this is a confirmation of the strategy we follow. So meaning that we don't have only terminal blocks in, let me say, standard sizes, but also sizes and special shapes which suit also to control unit distribution boxes and so on. Then the participants were asked for the reason why they use the push-in technology with terminal blocks. First place, wiring time, and closer behind this, handling, so nearly 90%, meaning on the one side that our customers confirm that push-in technology really saves time on the one side, and that on the other side the handling has a good feedback, so handling is good. And the third point, costs for processes, is from our point of view also a result of the termination technology. So nearly a good result for us as supplier. Then the participants had the choice, or could say what is the most important, or what are the most important criteria for the decision of a supplier in the area of termination technologies at all. First point, of course, is product quality. I will come later on when I explain the quality aspects again to this point, but this is one of the most important. Then of course reliability and easy handling. So these are the most criteria or the most important criteria for the customers or for the participants for the selection of the supplier of the termination technologies. Additional to that, during our development or the development of the push-in technologies or the technology, we saw and detected also other requirements from the market for termination technology. First of all, a space-saving design. That means not only that we have termination or terminal blocks in a small pitch. So we have, in fact, terminal blocks with a pitch of only 3.5 millimeters, but also terminals in a suitable size, let me say. So we talked already about distribution boxes, and for this kind of application, we have terminal blocks in a suitable size for this with a special shape. Later on, during the presentation of the product range, you will see also these kind of terminal blocks. Then, for us, it was essential to offer the customer a comfortable bridging system. The bridging system, what we offer, is also fast, easy, and visible. So later on, I will have also a slide which explains our bridging system a little bit more in detail, as well as I will show you something about our marking system. We think also this has to be really excellent for terminal blocks. The marking system, from our point of view, does not start at the hardware, so meaning at the marking plates or the marking material, but more at already at the software, at the integration of the software. An excellent marking system is starting, so that customers can implement our market system in their CAD software and can generate lists for the marking system. Then, of course, what is really important are testing capabilities. Also, this is a point we had in our mind during the development of push-in technology, and also for this, you will see later on some slides with the testing possibilities. And last but not least, flexibility. What means from our point of view, on the one side, that we offer our customers not only the push-in technology, we offer also a lot of other different kinds of termination technology, so that every customer can use the technology he is experienced, he has a preparation for. There are different reasons to choose a termination technology. Also in different areas of the world, different termination techniques are more stronger or not so strong. So therefore we offer the flexibility in our different termination technologies. And also we offer a program range, what is called Combi. This is a pluggable system of terminal blocks. Also, this will be explained later on in this presentation. But let me say also this Combi system gives our customers or the users, a really good flexibility. Then some words to the historical development of the push-in technology in the relation to our terminal blocks and other products from Phoenix Contact. Already in 1978, the terminal blocks with push-in technology were developed, as you can see on the picture. This is a so-called FK terminals. At this time, this FK is a shortcut for spring clamp. So this is the German translation. But at this time, the acceptance of push-in technology or other termination technologies than screw termination was not so high in the area of control cabinet wiring. But as you can see in the middle, there is a PCB terminal with push-in technology. The reason for this is that device manufacturers were indeed very interested at this time already in the push-in technology, and this leads to the development of PCB terminals also already from the beginning of the 90s years, so from 1980 on, 1981. The first PCB terminal with push-in technology was developed already. Then, in the later, in the years after that, also the control cabinet manufacturing increases and was developed. More and more machine building companies and system manufacturers came up. And in the beginning of 2000 and in the following years, also other termination technologies were interesting. Our so-called clip-line complete program, which is a system of terminal blocks, was developed around about the year 2000 with different termination technologies. So screw termination, for example, and also an isolation displace termination technology, or is a really quick termination technology. And in 2009, finally, we introduced also the push-in technology in this clip-line complete program. And this is what we have today. The new push-in experience. And as a small or a short impression, and to introduce you a little bit more deeper in the termination technology, I show you now again a small movie. Okay, how does it work? Sorry, I made a mistake. So now the movie, sorry. Okay, sorry for this. Now with pictures. So the situation today for push-in technology within Phoenix Contact or the Phoenix Contact Group is that that our clear target is to offer our customers the push-in technology not only inside of the switch cabinets or boxes. We want to extend our product range consequently from the field to the controller, and the result is already there. You can see that on the picture. You can see, for example, heavy-duty connectors where the inserts are already equipped with push-in technology. Then here, M12 connectors with push-in technology. Really power clamps with the kind of push-in technology. Then control systems, so-called axial-line control. This is a compact and high-performance controller I/O system. Then interface systems, so-called grid-line. These are industrial relay systems. And of course, the standard, more or less standard terminal blocks. In different types of terminal blocks. This is what we already offer today from our portfolio with push-in technology. Then a small, let me say hint or something I can recommend you to test, and of course also to use an additional product to in perfect cooperation, let me say, to our push-in terminal blocks, a so-called crimp handy. This crimp handy is a device, as you can imagine, for the hand with a battery inside, and this is really a perfect addition to the switch cabinet wiring. What is possible with this crimp handy? It can strip the wire, it can crimp a ferrule on the wire. It has an integrated magazine with the ferrules, so this is really only one device you have in your hand. Then it has a collecting chamber for discarded insulations, so you have no trash in the area afterwards. And what is really impressive from my point of view, that the processing time for one crimp is 2 seconds only. And now you can imagine, in combination with our push-in technology, this is really a perfect addition. So again, some technical details about this crimp handy, the dimensions and the weight. 2,000 crimps are possible with one battery charge. Battery type is of course one of the modern ones, so lithium-ion polymer batteries. Yeah, and the battery change is possible within 10 seconds. Okay, the next topic is the technology, meaning that we go a little bit more closer to our push-in technology. First of all, the basic characteristics we see in this termination technology: easy, fast, and safe. Easy means the operation is possible without any tool for a direct push-in functionality, and also an easy release due to the use of the orange push button. It's also fast because of the direct connection technology for solid wires and stranded wires. Let me say it's also usable, of course, for stranded wires without a ferrule. Without a ferrule. But of course, the focus for this termination technology is to use a ferrule or stranded wires. Also, of course, termination technology has to be safe to have a reliable contact with highest pull-out forces and with lowest pull-in forces or push-in forces at a maximum current transfer. Yeah, compared with existing solutions for push-in technology on the market, our direct connection technology achieves a value of less than 50% in comparison to other push-in technologies on the market. So we developed a system what is really easy to push in with very low insertion forces. And this is, by the way, possible for wires up to now from 0.14 square millimeters up to 60 square millimeters, and also with a series, with a power series up to 95 square millimeters. Let's go a little bit more deep in the technical details. This is the contact chamber of the push-in technology. You can see the integrated push button, and we describe the stroke of the push button there with only 3 millimeters. What is a short way on one side, and it's defined. You can see that the stroke that it is not possible to have a longer stroke, so that gives for the workers a really reliable system. What always has the same working way. So yeah, this is an important criteria for us for our termination technology with the orange push button. So this is really an optimized length of the operation stroke. Then it's important to know that you can use nearly every tool You can even use a pen to release or to use the orange push button. So you can use a plus screwdriver or a minus screwdriver. So the shape and the design of the push button is designed for all types of handling tools. Then an important criteria or an important fact is that you cannot interchange the contact chamber with the chamber for the release of the termination technology due to our orange push buttons. And let me say, we use this functionality also for other products in the product range. You will see that later on also, that we have products which are related to special applications where the push buttons are in different colors than orange, for example blue and red, to make it visible that these contacts are for plus and minus. So this is also functionality of this orange push button. Then the safety is also an aspect we have to look up. Push-in technology is 100% touch-proof, as you can see here in the picture. The worker cannot get in touch with any metal parts of the termination technology. And on the other side, as you can imagine here, the orange push button and the spring has also a defined way. So the orange push button, due to the fact that the stroke is not longer than 3 millimeters, cannot deform the spring in the chamber, but also protects the termination technology itself. Then we made it sure during the development, due to the design of the current bar here, that we have defined contact points to guarantee possibly high current transfer in our termination technology. So this is a small but important detail of the termination technology. Yeah, then some information about the marking system. So the marking material itself, we offer 3 types of marking materials. One type is more or less a standard type here. TM stands for terminal marking. This is this one here. You can see this in the picture. So on the top of the push-in terminal blocks, we have a marking groove for all types of different marking materials. So the standard material, then we have a flat material here, a flat material here, and we also offer a TMT. TMT stands for terminal marking tag. The advantage of TMT marking material is that you can print on 2 lines on this marking material, because you can imagine this is, we have enough space at this terminal marking. Then one thing I also already mentioned, easy testing options, testing capabilities. At the most terminals we have these test holes for 2.3 millimeter test plugs on the one side. There you can use easy testing plugs like this one here. We have also test plugs which can be plugged together, so that you have also a kind of modular test plug, as you can see here. This is the second option for test plugs, usable in the, we call it bridging shaft or multifunctionally shaft. So if no bridging is used or used only in one of the 2 bridging shafts, you can also use inside of this a test plug. Okay, then we come to the next point, quality aspects of our termination technology. This is not only valid for the PT termination or the PT terminals, it's valid for nearly all products, or for all the products we offer from Phoenix Contact. Of course, in the next slides, or the next slides are more related to push-in technology products. As you can imagine, Our products are offered for customers from different market segments. Main market segments we are active in is the machinery, is the energy market with energy production and distribution, is the process industry. Then we are active in the shipbuilding industry, for the railway and the railway or transportation market, and also in the building and installation markets. For the standard approvals, we need already for different markets, for different approvals, we have our own laboratories in our organization. All these laboratories are accredited by the German Accredited Council, so that we can do already a lot of approvals in our own laboratory. For example, partly also the UL approvals or tests can be done in our own labs here in Blomberg. This is an overview about all the specifications we have to approve our terminals, our products to, so that you can find also the different markets. I mentioned before, DNV, Germanic Lloyd's Register for the shipbuilding market. Then the specification for the railway market, EN 5155. Also, we have products for the process industry. They need to have an explosive approval, an X approval, and of course, what is more or less a standard today for products with an international approach, UL and CSA. Therefore, that we cannot achieve all the specifications and all the approvals in our own labs, we are working close together with different other laboratories, external labs. They approve our products also, according to the different specifications we need. This can be approvals for different markets, as I explained before. This can also be country-specific approvals. Therefore, we are working close together with external laboratories. This is an overview about the tests we are proceeding or we are doing with our products, so that you can that you have here an overview about the numbers of tests we are already doing or we are doing with our products. This is a little bit related also to the different markets. This is something, or this is for standard for the standard applications. These are tests according to the standard 609477. What is the standard for the terminal blocks? Then we have special tests for applications from the process industry, traffic, and energy sector. To give you a short impression about the test equipment we are using in our lab, I will show you a small movie again. There you can see some test equipment we are using in our lab to approve the products. You have seen vibration and shock. Of course, conductor pull-out test is very important to know what are the pull-out forces. Aggressive surroundings, atmospheres, which are normal for industrial applications. And of course, they have to be temperature resistant. Yeah. Okay. Going a little bit more deeper in the single test we are doing. Here you have an overview about the requirements for the conductor pull-out tests according to our standard specification. I mentioned it before, IEC 609477. The values you can see on the right side are the requirements which are in the specification. Of course, I cannot give you the values from, or the single values of every product in this overview. But let me say our requirements, or the requirements of the specification, is mostly fulfilled more than 100%. So there we are really on a safe side concerning this pull-out forces with the push-in technology. Then a very important test for us, what is more or less in the meantime a standard test we are doing with our product, is the vibration test. Vibration in this case are harmonic vibration with changing frequencies and with a medium acceleration. And there are some test criteria the terminals have to fulfill. On the one side, there has to be no disconnection of the conductor or of the conductivity longer than 1 microsecond, and on the other side, the parts don't have to be damaged. So the mechanical damage is controlled after the test. This kind of test, vibration test, as you can imagine, is very important for different areas, from the transportation area, for example, for windmills, wind energy, but also for areas like the machinery. Then a shock test, always also important for markets like the transportation market, also for machinery markets. If you think about machines for wood processing, you can imagine that a shock, you have seen this also in the movie before, that shock resistance is very important for terminal blocks or for the products which are used in this application. Criteria here is again no interruption longer than 1 microsecond and no mechanical damage of the product or of the specific. Then we are testing also the single components from our termination technology. Here we test the so-called leg spring from our termination technology to be sure that the spring is really reliable. We did this test with a spring from the PT 2.5 spring, and as you can see, we pushed it down, or we had an amplitude of 5 millimeters, and 5,000 cycles were done in this test. The requirement here is that the product afterwards, before and afterwards, passes the voltage drop test. The voltage drop test is explained here and is one of the, let me say, central tests of the release tests of our products. What shows at the end the contact resistance, what is measured with this kind of test, with the voltage test. The criteria to pass this voltage drop test is that the voltage drop don't have to be higher than 3.2 millivolts, and when we have a criteria before and after, then the value don't have to be more than 1.5 times than the value before. Then also we are doing some aging tests. You have already seen in the small movie the cabinets we are testing with. So for 192 cycles, our products are in this kind of cabinet, and what happens there, we are doing a temperature rise inside of these cabinets while the terminal blocks are loaded with a nominal current. So, for example, for PT 2.5, it's used with 24 amps and put into the chamber. And what we see here is the maximum temperature rise of the complete terminal, and this is afterwards, the maximum temperature of our components. What is in fact up to 130 degrees Celsius. You can see here the voltage drop test again is done after each 24 cycles. Then we shock also our products with a temperature shock test. You can see here for 45 minutes the terminals are put into the lower floor of this, let me say, fridge. On the top side we have a chamber where we have 100 or plus 100 degrees, and in between there is a kind of elevator what is really working very quick. So you can see inside of 3 seconds it's lifted from minus 55 degrees to 100 degrees Celsius. The criteria here is that the terminals don't have to be damaged and that the further use of the components is possible, and also that the voltage drop test is passed. Then we also test if the products are reliable in industrial atmospheres which are very aggressive. So this test is done with acid sulfur gas, as you can see here, with a test period of 8 to 16 hours. The terminal blocks are inside of this chamber here. After that, the parts are get dried inside of 16 hours, and after that, also the voltage drop test is done to pass the test. Then, of course, we have to have an eye on the inflammability of our products. For this, we are doing a glow wire test according to the ISC specification with the glow wire temperature of 960 degrees with a force of 1 Newton, as you can see here, for 30 seconds. And the criteria to pass the test is that the glowing of the material, the plastic material, has to stop in maximum 30 seconds, and that no drop can fall down from the plastic material. So this is the criteria to pass this test. Of course, all of our products are conformed to the RoHS directive, so no forbidden substances are used in our products. Then we are coming to the last point. I will give you a rough overview about the portfolio we have from our point of view with terminal blocks with push-in technology, starting with our PT 1.5S series. As you can see, extremely small. I mentioned it already before. So the pitch or the width of the single terminal block is 3.5 millimeters only. We have a lot of different types of terminal blocks, as you can see here in the picture. Just single feed-through terminal blocks with 2 connection points, but also with more than 2, 3, and 4 connection points, so-called quattro types. Then you can see here terminal blocks with 3 and with 2 levels. We have also parts with 3 levels. Then we have also terminal blocks with a knife disconnection. This is unfortunately not on this picture. Knife disconnection terminal blocks are for signal measuring applications. Then you can see here some plugs. So this is what I explained before, the Combi series, so pluggable terminal blocks. And we have also some special terminal blocks, so-called PTIO, for sensor actuator applications. You will see them in the picture later on. Here you can see the difference between 2 sizes of terminal blocks when you use the PT 1.5S terminal blocks with a pitch of 3.5 millimeter. You can even, you can save space of 90 millimeters by the using of only 50 terminals. So this is only value, so that you can see that you can really save space inside the switch cabinet when you use only terminal blocks for signaling, for example. You don't have to use the big ones. Then a topic I already mentioned before, the bridging. Bridging system is one of the main, the main benefits or the main features of all of our series. Not only for the push-in technology. This is valid for all the Clipline Complete program. You can see here different bridges. These bridges are available with different different poles. So 2 to 50 poles, and also in different colors. I explained before already that there are applications where we can use really good colors, like red and blue for plus and minus. And this is important that we are offering different types of bridgings. You can also skip some bridges inside of this bridging here. To realize different configurations for your terminal blocks. Then here a special shape of a terminal block, so-called PTS, an angled shape. You can see here a special DIN rail from company Lutze for underflow wiring. So you can imagine that the wiring direction is very important for a good usage of this kind of DIN rail systems. And we have different types of terminal blocks here. You can again see here pluggable terminal blocks, but we have also terminal blocks with 2 and more levels. Therefore, you can also bridge the different levels. It's a so-called potential bridging. And this is also a special series we offer with the push-in technology. Then we have so-called PT functional terminal blocks. You can see here under the red arrow the zone where you can plug in some different plugs. This is, for example, this PFU, a fuse plug where you can use standard glass fuses to protect the line which is connected to the terminal block. And then we have a so-called component plug. In this component plug you can use standard resistors or diodes. Then we have a P6 feed-through metal. This is for closing this connection without the option to open the connection afterwards. If you want to disconnect the plug afterwards, you can use this little plug. It's a disconnect plug. So this is for applications where you want to close the connection and to open it afterwards again. Then I already mentioned before our combi system. Here on the picture you can see the PT terminals with our combi plugs. You can see different accessories we are offering. For example, this here is a cable housing where you can introduce also strain relief. A strain relief can be used also at plugs without cable housing. Then we have the possibility for shielding of the wires inside of a combi plug. Then latching, so that you can fix the plug on the base terminal. And we have also kind of flanges, screw and self-locking flanges, so that you can easily plug the combi plugs without the possibility of an accidental release. This is an example of a cable link we are offering, or we are developing, or we are offering for a customer. On the one side, our combi plug system here, and on the other side, a plug what is suitable for I/O unit of our customer. And this is on the right side, a perfect combination, a perfect solution, because here you can see how you can feed in a cable with a plug on. It's not only valid for combi plugs, also for RG45 plugs, for M12 plugs, and so on, without using a heavy-duty connector. With this system, what is called CES cable entry system. So this is the possibility really to have the opportunity to use a pluggable system in the switch cabinet and to save money because you don't need to buy an expensive heavy-duty connector. I already mentioned this terminal block here, not the terminal block itself, but the functionality, what we use with our different colors, with the push buttons here, a so-called PTIO terminal block for sensor actuator terminal blocks. You can see here a sensor actuator, what has to be fed in with plus and minus, and here you can see the signal. So these terminal blocks are specially made for these kind of applications, and you can see that we have test points here for measuring options, and that it is possible also to have terminals with a light indicator. So this is an example for terminal blocks for special applications. Also, I mentioned the mini terminal blocks. You can see here, this is a terminal block where we save extremely space for applications inside of small boxes or so. Such applications with a small DIN rail here you can see in the background. We have testing options on this terminal blocks, but as you can see here, we have only one bridging shaft. All the other terminal blocks, the standard terminal blocks from the Clipline complete program, have two bridging shafts, and you can see that the marking groove is above this this bridging shaft, so that we also save space here at this point. Last product I want to show you today is our PT terminal block for really big dimensions, let me say. So you see here a terminal block for a wire gauge of maximum 95 square millimeters. You can use this really as a push-in terminal, even if it is a wire with 95 square millimeters. But let me say, you can also use it in a different way. You can use also a screwdriver to easily open the connection point here. So this is a really reliable and easy terminal for big wire gauges. Also here on this terminal block we have possibilities for testing, and as you can see here also little plugs, because normally this is for feed-in, and there you can easily came up in the application to feed your components in your application. To give you an impression of inside of this terminal, and to ensure you that this connection technology is really safe, I show you this picture. Here you can see that we use two springs to make sure that the pull-out forces are really reliable, and I can tell you the level of these pull-out forces. They are up to 700 newtons. Okay, at this point I can say, the time is really perfect. It's nearly 11 o'clock, and I hope that you got interesting information. I say thank you for your attention, and from my side, I wish you a good rest day, and hope to meet you maybe in the future on one of fairs, and hope that I could get your interest in our push-in termination technology. Thank you and goodbye. Have a good day.
The video stream will be live on Conrad This in a few days. And now I wish you a nice day too. Bye.